Alright, so I wanted to make this video because uh, it was a YouTuber, DeadAceDS, the yes standing for Beatdown Sessions for anyone who doesn't know. But yeah, anyways, Ace, he was doing his live stream playing this game, and him and a few other people were agreeing on how irritating he is constantly running into Luke in this game whenever he plays online, even in ranked. And it makes sense there would be a lot of Lukes. Like, the dude has so many tools for so many different situations. He's basically like he's kind of like a Shoto, but without being fully committed to it. And he does have a lot of tools that makes him, I don't know about overpowered overall, but definitely he has a much easier time compared to Ryu.
Alright, I'm ready.
Like, Luke is supposed to be the main character, the face of Street Fighter 6, but Ryu is the poster boy for Street Fighter overall, as well as one of the main poster boys for Capcom. But yet here in this game, it's like he's just been given the bare minimum. And I can see why other people would have these complaints about Luke. He's got a pretty fast projectile. In addition, he has an anti-air, the same anti-air which you do the EX version, you can go for an extra for a little bit of extra damage. That's an extra twice. Anyways, his quarter circle back punch, what the hell is it called? Oh, flash knuckle. I was gonna think it heat knuckle. Basically, all these other moves, they cost extra meter, but it's only like one extra bar. And you can use this extra meter just for that slight bit of damage. Like even it says here, useful for when you want to guarantee some extra damage. Fatal shot done after sandblast, make it easier to win projectile wars. Like you have someone like Guile, or you have someone like DJ who will throw out their projectile, which whether if you're talking about the heavy version or the OD version of DJ's, which move is it? Is Air Slasher. That move hits twice, so it will collide with EX or OD Sandblast, which hits twice. But then Luke can just throw out an extra projectile, throw out Fatal Shot, so that he wins almost every time if meter is used. Someone like Ryu would have to use his Shinku Hadouken just to guarantee he wins that projectile war. Or have his install, I think Denjin mode is what it's called. Go into Denjin charge and then use an EX fireball. Then he has Flash Knuckle, which if you press the button again, you can get some extra damage with DDT. So you have the option of EX for a follow-up, or no, not EX. You have either light or medium when charged to get a little bit extra damage, get a combo going, or EX to get, again, it's you still get a follow-up, but you're launched higher into the air to make follow-up juggle combos even easier. Or you could just go for guaranteed damage. And then you have Avenger, which is armored on OD. So if your opponent is throwing out projectiles constantly, you could just use the OD version to get through the projectiles easily. Let's see, and he has this Avenger having two follow-ups. One being a tackle you can use at the end of combos before canceling into a super, or Impaler as an overhead. And then you have Rising Uppercut, as it says right here. Immunity to jumping attacks. And then this right here, just for extra damage. Sipping here, Vulcan Blast, Eraser, Pale Rider. So the range on Vulcan Blast, if I remember, it doesn't go full screen like Ryu's Shinku Hadouken. Well, the last one does, but that's the last one. If the other ones don't hit, so yeah, you'd be wasting your meter by using it at full screen. So you'd have to use that at mid to close range or in combos. 2,000, not bad damage. It's also 2,000. But then you have the level 2. Luke's is just a more straightforward level 2. Wait a minute. Little move.
Fists of mine.
3,000. So that's 200 points more, but I had to fully charge it.
Fists of mine.
So it does less if it's not fully charged.
This is everything I have.
Wait, can I charge it if I'm already in Dingeon charge?
Everything I have.
So yeah, it does more damage if you charge it while also having Dingeon charge, but that's more requirements. Being already in Dingeon charge and then holding the move down. And yeah, you can go for more damage afterwards, but the fact that you have to hold it as long gives your opponent plenty of time to react and get in there. Or just throw a projectile if they have one. Let me see. Wait, how do I do this? I'm trying to think. Is Ryu's... No, not Ryu. Is Luke's projectile high? Nope. It also hits mid. Weird. I think I do remember people ducking under it, but I think that's only just in like in Battle Hub and stuff like that. Luke's back throw doesn't throw them quite as far as Ryu's. And I'd say it looks like he's slightly closer to the opponent with his forward throw, unlike Ryu. Like for Ryu to be able to compete in some of the areas same as Luke, he needs to be in Dingeon charge for it. And usually what I see a lot of people, myself, Ace, and others do is they'll throw out a projectile and go into Dingeon charge, or knock the opponent down, go for Dingeon charge. But each time, that's an opportunity to close in on the opponent, or have some other option that you're sacrificing just to go into Dingeon charge, just to be able to make his Hadouken and Hashogeki decent. And in most cases, if you do it that way, you're just going to be able to use it at, you're just be able to get an extra hit in. Unless, of course, you sacrifice extra meters. Whoops. So you'd have to like get your opponent in the corner to, there we go, get him in the corner to be able to get more damage. 3006. See what I can get with Luke. Wait a minute. 3154. And I didn't need to use an EX combo, or I'd have to use an OD along with the drive cancel. All that, and Luke doesn't need no install. Plenty of times he doesn't even need to use his, he doesn't have to use meter, use drive rush to get a good combo. Like with Luke, you really can survive if you're, unless your opponent's throwing out a lot of multi-hitting projectiles, then you won't need to use OD Sandblast that much, or in some cases maybe even at all. Especially if you're against an opponent like Zangief, where, well, you can either try to spam Sandblast to keep them locked out, or get up close and personal, which wouldn't be as bad because, yeah, Zangief can do a lot more damage with his command throws alone. But just the fact that Luke is much faster than Zangief, maybe not as fast as Cammy or Juri, but still a lot faster than Zangief. And you could just use his combos. Luke has so many cancel, because unlike someone like, yeah, Ryu as well. Well, actually I don't know about Ryu. But unlike someone like, say, Zangief, Luke will have a much easier time up close because he has so many hit confirms. Especially target combos that can be cancelled. Like his forward heavy, cancelable, light punch, cancelable, his medium target combo. Not after the third, but it's after the second specifically. Maybe not drive cancelable, but still super cancelable. What was another? Oh yeah, I remember Ace also talked about how the fact that Ryu's standing heavy kick, you can't, let's see, Ryu's standing heavy kick can be crouched under, but Luke's back heavy kick, it can't. Like, yeah, it's not cancelable either. And the main thing is that it's mainly meant to be used as an anti-air. And sure, you can use it in rush combos. Yeah, I keep missing that. So I'll be fine with that if Luke's back heavy kick, if it hit high, considering how it's mainly meant to be used as an anti-air, because you can't cancel out of it. Yeah, you can do target combos into it. Wait a minute. That's weird. Didn't I just combo with it? I thought I just comboed into it a moment ago. But anyways, already on its own, it can't be cancelled out of. And yeah, you can only go into light punch after it on normal hit. And it seems that's only with his crouching light. So they can make this a high, so it can't hit crush an opponent. Because just the fact that it's not cancelable on its own, usually you'd have to combo in, or you'd have to cancel a drive rush into it. Which you still get good damage, which is fine. Just make it a high like it should be. Especially if its main purpose is primarily as an anti-air, or just for flashy combos. Because how many unique attacks does Ryu have that's cancelable? There's his back heavy punch, Thing is, unlike Luke's back heavy kick, Ryu's back heavy punch doesn't have that much range. Yeah, even right here doesn't hit. Luke's back heavy kick hits right there. So Ryu's back heavy punch. Unfortunately, he can't get nothing out for his kick because his kick, both the animation and the way it hits, is pretty damn similar. Only you can't link anything from it. Now there's his back heavy kick. Unfortunately, his back heavy kick isn't good for juggle combos because the second hit will automatically knock him to the ground. I mainly just use it same way I use Luke's back heavy kick, just for drive combos. Oops. Basically the kind of damage Ryu can get, Luke can get with less resources, and even if he does use resources, his meter or his supers easily get more than what Ryu can get in damage. Now I know I'm not the best when it comes to combos, but let's see what I can get. Oh wait a minute. There we go. Alright, low on health for a second to show the full damage. $33.94. At least attack a super at the end.
This is the path I have chosen.
5576. And that's after using all my drive meter. Wait a minute. Sheesh, what is with my inputs right now?
Stay.
62-55. And that's also with using all my meter and going into a level 3. And I even had to use Dinjin charge for Ryu just to make his Hadouken be able to do more damage. And yeah, I'm still able to get almost 1,000 points more worth of damage. 1,000, almost 2,000. I remember one time during one of Ace's live streams, I made a joke about how they should give Luke a command grab just to make him fit more into his mixed martial arts theme, since he has a bunch of strikes but no actual throw or even a hit grab. The only grapples he has are either his forward and back throw and his DDT follow-up. And that takedown he uses for Pale Rider. Wait, let me see what the raw damage looks like. But yeah, anyways, the fact that all I did was make that as a lighthearted joke, but I would have liked to see Luke have a command grab, a suplex. And I said how it doesn't have to be overpowered. They can make Luke's command grab, the worst in the game, have less range than even Zangief's heavy spinning power driver, which itself has very poor range. but also do far less damage than even Zangief's light SPD. Or Manon's, what's her half circle back? Menage Doré, half circle back punch. Where at level 1, it does less damage than I think even Zangief's light SPD. Yeah, also 4,000. And unfortunately, unlike Ryu's Senshu or Yukin, Luke's Pale Rider has more range. Of course, Ryu's is meant to be used as an anti-air, so obviously you want to be up close and personal when you use it in combos as well. Whereas with Luke's, because it has more horizontal range, again, gives him better combo opportunity. You don't do the thing. So you don't have to worry about it necessarily hitting point blank. Now for me personally, Luke is still a bit easier to fight compared to someone like Blanca or especially JP. JP is the worst to fight in this game. But there's no denying just how many tools and resources he has. Whereas someone like Ryu gets the bare minimum and is just barely scrapping by.
Getting cold feet?
Because again, back to that whole thing while I was talking to others, I made that half-hearted joke about Luke getting command grab just to fit his theme of a mixed martial artist. The fact that it triggered so many people, even Ace himself, about how he doesn't need a command grab. And they said how he would still be significantly better than he already is if he was giving a command throw, even if it was the worst in the game. But they would have to nerf the hell out of Luke in order to make that command grab, even if it's the worst in the game. Just a fair addition. Now, rather that is 100% exaggeration or not, yeah, I can understand the issue when you have a bunch of people who's constantly having to fight a character who's just that good that it's almost him exclusively you see online or in tournaments. So I don't know what kind of nerfs they would have to give Luke to make him a bit more fair. I don't know, I guess maybe add more startup and recovery on Sandblast? And maybe not as fast? That's all I have to think. Reduce the speed, add more recovery and startup. Don't know what they could do about his rising uppercut. Because unlike Ryu or Ken, whose Shoryukens have a lot more vertical reach, his mainly just has more horizontal range. So I'm guessing maybe reduce how far he travels, at least on his heavy rising uppercut. Because for him, his 1-2-3 combo, that's what I call it, 1, 2, 3, one of the easiest and best confirms into his well, for any character, giving you 3 hits to confirm into a super or not, or even any special moves, versus others like Ryu who would have to rely mainly on their 1 or 2 hit target combos. And I know that's not definitely not easy for everyone, because that's having something like this and this on top of his back heavy kick being a pretty decent anti-air, having a pretty decent range while also hitting people when they're crouching. And I'm pretty sure you can get combos off of it if you get the counter. Yeah, you can. Yeah. And then what's the other one? There was another one I was just thinking of. Oh yeah, his regular his standing heavy kick launches the opponent into the air. Sure, you're not gonna get a whole lot off of that. Not enough time to charge medium or light flash knuckle. But the fact that you can do it, go into any of his supers. Oh, I guess you can't go into level 3. Okay, maybe not mid-screen, but what about in the corner? Yeah, works well in the corner. So someone getting preferential treatment because they're meant to be the face of whatever game or the main protagonist, I'm not gonna trip about that. But it's like when you give them so much in comparison while so many others just get the bare minimum, and you can see why it becomes irritating for people, especially when people like seeing variety. Like no matter what the game is, even if you're talking competitively, people enjoy variety. Rather they're the spectator or the ones actually playing the game, competing or not, or just playing online. And it's like what Ace said, and I fully agree with. You just get bored. It gets boring seeing the same character in tournaments, online, or if you get your friends coming over playing and they keep picking the same character every single time. And mostly because it's not even a matter of whether that character is fun or not, but just because that character is just that good. And I know balancing isn't always easy. They're always going to find something the character has that makes them overpowered compared to the others. There's always going to be someone who's low, mid, or high tier in the game itself. It's just a matter of how close is the gap between each tier, between the highs and low tiers. How closer to either side are those in the middle? Find a way to balance out the characters, what tools they need or don't need to be able to stay competitive. Because if the whole thing is that it's mainly Luke is just simply the poster boy for Street Fighter 6, well then you just need to make him the poster boy and just use him for promotion. As far as promoting the game, because Luke doesn't even play that much of a prevalent role in the story mode in World Tour, even if he is our very first instructor. So I'm not saying to nerf him to all heck or take away some of his special or unique attacks. Just try to find something to give others like Ryu, or a few changes here and there for someone like Lily. Like allow her to keep her win stocks between rounds. Do something like that. Kind of like how Manon is able to keep her meta level between each round. Or if Ryu wins a round and he has his Denjin charge, let him keep his Denjin charge into the next match as well. Stuff like that.
Feeling nervous?
Because sometimes what some companies like Capcom will do is they'll see how overpowered a character is, and they'll hear people complain about that character, but then they'll barely give any changes, and it's like, nothing's really changed. You just made the low tiers even lower on the tier list, the mid tiers somewhere closer to low or high, and the high tiers are still overpowered. And you know, maybe something I could do something like this again, talking about other characters like JP. What makes them irritating to make people like them, and Guile, what makes them irritating to fight, besides just their projectiles alone. Because I already went over what it is that makes Luke irritating to fight, to the point where it's not even a matter of just fighting him, but just irritating constantly seeing him almost every single time. Online, competitive matches, tournament matches. So instead of trying to nerf him on too many times or giving him unnecessary nerfs, try to find something to give the other characters like Ryu. Try to find out what to give people like them, what buffs they really need. Ryu, Lily, and so many others, in order to make these matches seem less repetitive. So that's all I gotta say for now. And if I ever feel like talking about other characters, I'll see what else to think about. What kind of buffs or nerfs others may need. So I'll see y'all and talk to y'all in the next video. Have a good day.